You here to see how they ruined this game? Ruined this game, man. Ruined it. Can we stop dumbing down action games, please? I'm really bummed at this. Game is ruined. Casualized. Pretty bad when Sonic has better combat in this game. The last thing you expect to be a stylish action game. Sonic game is deeper than this now. They took out like pretty much all the moves. All the moves are gone. There's no 2 attack buttons anymore. You have like 1 air string, 1 ground string, and you have like one move that's on a long ass cooldown. It feels awful. You can tag now, but like, why don't you give me tag with actual movesets, not just make it like every other mobile game like this, where you blow your load with one character and then you tag in the other one and you repeat. There's too many games like that. This game was definitely unique, and now it kind of isn't anymore. I'm hoping that they'll change it. Like, just give me the old system back. Get rid of the cooldowns. That was what was cool about this game, is there's no cooldowns. Like an actual action game. Kind of killed this game's identity. If I wanted to play Honkai or PGR, I would play Honkai or PGR. Style switching is gone. Like, everything is gone. Let's just gut our game completely. The people that won't play past the first week anyway. Great idea. Remove all the sweat from the game, all the depth. It's like they do this with fighting games too. Well, we need to make it more accessible. I'm like, okay, well, there's ways to do that without dumbing the game down. There's ways to do that that don't involve dumbing the game down. I get that not everybody wants super sweaty hardcore stuff, but At least give me the option. Don't just take it away from me. This is like one step forward and a freaking mile backwards. Man, I gutted her moveset too. Like, what is this, man? You get arrested for moveset murder. First degree moveset slaughter. First degree moveset slaughter. That's what's going on here. It's just gone. There's still hope. Maybe they'll fix it. Alright, let's see how the tagging works. Tagging feels alright. Feels kind of like Orochi. It's actually similar to Orochi, but it's half-baked because they give you no moves to work with, so... it's like, I don't know, man. The game already had easier controls. That's the thing that makes no sense about this, is the game already had easier controls. I know people might not agree with me because people haven't actually played the other version of the game. I think the controls of this were better than the mainline games. It's actually legitimately good. A lot less hard on the hands, too. But this is just like, we're just going to take away that system that works. They did add some cool stuff to it. It's not, like, completely bad. I don't want to sound like it's terrible. It's not. It's just, we already had a simplified system that was, in some ways, better than the mainline games. Because you could still do cool stuff and it didn't feel like the controls were designed for aliens. I don't know how to feel about this. I spent a lot of time and money on the other version. This is all assets, though. It's just repurposed in a bad way. That's the thing. just don't get why you would get a control scheme that works and add something cool like the tagging. The tagging is actually really cool. It feels good. But the movesets are gone as a result. So it's like, I don't know if that's really necessary. That's the thing about the original control scheme. I know like most people didn't play the original version. It didn't feel dumbed down at all. It was different, yes. Dumbed down, no. You still had, 2 weapons you could switch through and everything. This just feels like... It really does feel like Honkai. You only have like 3 moves. I don't know, man. Let's just fix something that wasn't broken, but then add like a really cool new mechanic. But all it really does is just make me wish that they had the old moveset the way that it worked before. Let's just gut it for no reason. Bayo 3 auto scroller here. They kept this too. This is in the tutorial for the original game. Alright, you prove your point. Really long auto scroller. And I've never used that mechanic again, by the way. It doesn't even teach you anything, like, the controls are different. What's up, homie? This sucks. Moveset's just gone. he had like 15 moves. Now he has 2. Just gutted. No fun allowed. I don't understand what it is they're trying to do. Just like not make the game fun. It's still fun. I should reword that. It's just it would be better if the whole moveset was there. It's just kind of arbitrarily gone. Pretty whack. What do they got in here? Could probably re-roll on this. Can't look at it, huh? I don't think you can spend real money. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. what they've been working on, I guess. The other version's been in maintenance mode for months. Almost a year, actually. Long enough. Most games like this will barely go even a month without being updated. Let alone like 8 months with nothing. Just like, this is what they were doing the whole time. Just like giving you a really cool mechanic that it's depressing to use because it would be better if you weren't so limited. Just have the regular ass move set that they already worked hard on. Just give me that. They can still salvage it, but it seems like they're pretty dead set on making things worse for no real reason. It's like one of the only games I've played too where like they simplified the controls, but they didn't dumb it down and ruin the process. Go back to square one.
Just try to escape.
I've played many games like that was kind of a problem with the reboot as well. It's kind of like dumbed down a little bit. The reboot control scheme wasn't bad for what it was, but I don't know. You don't need to dumb things down. You already had a good system. Hey, there's Nero. I can't wait to play as him with only 3 moves. I would be fucking like through the roof. I'd be over the moon on the old version, but this is just gonna feel flaccid. Yeah, I can't get too excited when he's only gonna have like 3 moves. I have a book. Why can't I use it? Is this not working either? What the hell? Come on, let me pull. Alright, it's just like not letting me pull for some reason. Okay, is there anything in here at all? Is there more than 1 move? We're gonna find out now. Is there anything in here at all? Or just like the same move? Nah, it's gutted. It's over. Rip. They make this look big, but all the moves are gone. All of them are gone. No, if the dupe should give me more moves at least. Let's just keep making action games where they give you like 2 fucking moves. If I wanted that, I'd play a FromSoft game. Not needed at all. Can we like stop doing this? Like, where's my big ass list of moves? There's none. It's just gone. I don't get it, man. Nah, I don't want passive abilities. I want actual moveset. I don't care about doing 2% more testicle damage. Sucky. Give me my beloved moveset back. That's why I play these games. Not to just do the same 3 moves over and over. There's like no shortage of games like that. More of those than I could ever play in my lifetime. Like, you had something good here and you ruined it. You know, partially ruined it. That's just what makes it worse. A lot easier to just shelve a game when it completely sucks. It's just this is partially gutted. Feels hollow. This feels hollow. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This sucks. You had a good thing going here. You ruined it. Now it just plays like everything else, with like maybe a little bit of the DMC identity is still here, but barely any. DMC if the moveset just ceased to exist. That's pretty much what it is. And for it to just play like everything else, it feels like a Honkai, but like a little bit better. That's the thing, though. This game had the best combat out of any mobile action game, like bar none. There was nothing that even came close. And now this just feels like every other game. Be like if they put out like a new Unreal Tournament and it just played like Call of Duty. Like how shitty that would be, right? That's pretty much exactly how this feels. It's not bad, it's playable. It's just you had a good system and you just kind of just torched it. Like why? It worked completely fine. They could still give you all those moves. I don't care if I need to pull dupes to get it or whatever. I'm fine with that. Just don't take options away from me. It's just like I already have PGR if I want that kind of gameplay. It's not that I hate that kind of gameplay. It's still good. You could still do like way worse than this, even the kind of scuffed way it is now. It's just... It's just there's a lot of other games like this, and this game was unique. Even if you weren't like a hardcore DMC fan like I am, like it still felt like its own game. And now it just feels like this gimped thing. Well, the boss mechanics are completely different. The pull mechanic is different as well. I don't know. It's a shame. Shouldn't do that. You could have left it completely the same. And now this just feels like every other game like this, and that sucks because the combat in this game was better than anything else by a mile. There was nothing that even remotely came close. Even the games that have been announced since this came out, like over a year ago, like they couldn't touch this game at all. There's still some DMC in it, but barely any. Not to the point where I feel like they couldn't just like torch the license. They just like lost the license, and they had like no DMC property stuff in the game. Like it wouldn't feel that much different, and that's kind of the problem. It felt like a real character action game on mobile that made like no compromises for being on mobile, like no compromises for being on the platform. Now it just feels like everything else, and that's a crying shame. Because there's no shortage of games like this to play. That's the thing. If you want PGR or Honkai style combat, there's like dozens of those games. I feel like if they continue down this path, this game is not going to stick out. It's not going to stand out anymore. It just won't. It's not possible for it to. Yeah, if this shit just gives me 2% more damage, I don't care. Give me moves. There's no fucking point of DMC. Like the entire purpose. If you have a lot of tools to play with and you can adapt to a situation, not just 3 moves like every Souls game, and not even barring Souls games, just like every mobile game is like this. You have like no moves. I just don't get why the control scheme was dumped. Like, why did you torch it? Shit worked. Don't fix what ain't broken. I feel like the only reason they're doing this is because they fucked up the original version. I really think that's all it is. There are other games that have done that. They like relaunch. I mean, Final Fantasy XIV. that's a pretty big example, right? Where they kind of same thing. They put out an original version of the game that like it wasn't terrible, but nobody liked it. You know, it had a foundation. They were able to salvage it. They relaunched it. That seems like what they're trying to do here. It's frustrating because there are some positive changes. It's not like an objectively just terrible thing. It's just frustrating because, you know, I've been playing the other one for a year. I put lots of time and money into it. Now they put out this version that you can't even play. They don't even update that version. I really hope they're just testing the waters. And, like, maybe they'll have, they'll take some time and they'll, like, fix this system. It's not bad.
Too quiet here.
It's just not fun to play a game like this and feel like you have no options. That's the whole point of DMC. Is that you have options. and there's room for player expression and improv and stuff like that. Now it doesn't feel like you can do that because every character is a hollow shell of what they used to be. Yeah, but the way this system is set up right now, there's no way to do all those moves because the way that this game worked was there were 2 attack buttons. You had 2 attack buttons, so you had like you can't even really call it a light and heavy attack. It was more like Soul Calibur or Tekken, where like the attacks didn't vary in strength. It was just you had different types of attacks, and you could still do most of the stuff you could do in a mainline DMC just with less bad controls. It doesn't feel like you can really do that anymore. It's just gone. What's up, man? I'm playing dumbed down DMC Personal Color. Long time no see. How you been? I'm here for a live train wreck. Ruined one of my favorite service games. Yeah, I've had a lot of stress and stuff too. Just hanging in there. I'm doing a pretty big PC upgrade this month. I already made like one payment on it, so that's something positive that's happening. I haven't gotten that far in it. I dislike the lack of cancels. Character feels stiff. But I was going to play that more tonight. I was going to give it more of a chance, but this kind of happened, so I got access to this, and it's only open for like 2 days. So I'm like, yeah, this kind of takes priority for now, especially because I played the original version of this and spent a lot of time and money. I feel like if anybody can give a good opinion on the system, it's me. I invested time and money into the game because I really liked it. But then they just went in maintenance mode for like 8 months, so just from my experience playing service games and growing up with a mom who plays MMO, she still does. My mom is a hardcore gamer too. I kind of learned, like, you know, if a game stops updating for more than like 2 or 3 months and there's not even like a roadmap, you should probably stop playing. Even it doesn't even matter if you don't spend money. Like, it's wasting your time. Kind of like Babylon's Fall. I liked Babylon's Fall for its birth, but the writing was on the wall that it was going to die, so I stopped playing it. I didn't spend any money. I even got that game for free. I spent $0 on that game. I didn't spend a cent on it. I still saw it like, yeah, this game's not going to be around. Because you're not spending money on a game like this doesn't really mean you're not still wasting your time. You're going to shut it down. Like, there's plenty of other games to play that aren't going to do that. I'll play this more later. It's overheating the phone. Yeah, camera. I don't know what it is with character action games. Bayonetta 3 camera is dreadful as well. It's interesting. Bayonetta 3 has had like no honeymoon period, right? Like the flaws of that game are very well documented and basically universally agreed on, which is the story, the camera, and all the gimmicks. Everybody hates those things about it. Normally with like a highly anticipated game, you'll always have people that like are in denial. It's like, no, if there's like 50 forum threads about this, then chances are you're the one that's the outlier. With Bayo 3, there's been like no honeymoon period with that game at all. Everybody's pretty much just like, yeah, these things about the game suck. It's not a bad game. There's very clear things wrong with it, and everybody hates those things. It's not like Tales of Arise, where like some people really like that game. That's fine, you know. And I feel like that's more Namco's fault than people being misinformed or too ignorant to play the games. It's like, nope, that's Namco's fault because the games are too hard to play. You need to go download an emulator and find a ROM off some random website to play them. It's fine that people like that game, but that game is like way more divisive. It's mostly boomer old school fans like me that hate the game. People that like got into the series with that, they think it's the best because they don't have anything to compare it to. Bayo 3 is just like, no, everybody hates those things about that game equally. There's no argument. There's no debate at all. It's not like most highly anticipated video games where like some people will just die on a hill and say that the game is perfect, and it's like, well, no game is perfect, but if everybody else seems to agree on it, it's probably true. With this new pinnacle of combat, I feel like it's frustrating would be the word for it, because it's not bad. The tagging actually feels pretty fun. It's just it feels hollow because those characters used to have like massive move sets, especially for a mobile action game. A mobile action game, you're used to having like 3 moves, and it's all about rotations and burst damage and team composition and stuff. Whereas the original POC was like actual character action game. Like, still way better than like any Western action game you could play right now. God of War, any of that. God of War, Avengers, Batman, like Spider-Man. It's better than all those games combined. It's just like, why are you giving me tag combos, but then there's no moves to use it with? Like, even small ass old school Orochi movesets are bigger than that. I think that they could fix it. I think the easiest way would be to just give you the moves back. At least let you unlock and turn them off or something. The game just feels like it's lost its identity. It's not really DMC anymore. It has like the most basic part of the DMC DNA, but everything else is gone. And there's so many other games like that to play, and I feel like that's not going to do them any favors. But they fucked up the first launch, the Chinese version. They screwed it up. They made a lot of stupid decisions. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I might come back in a little bit, actually. Why don't I take my meds, and maybe I'll play some Valkyrie or Sonic. And we'll play more of that on the kitty sitting stream tomorrow. All right. Phone's getting a little bit hot. I wanted to keep playing it, but the phone's getting a little bit hot. I might have to get through the rest of that offline and then go from there. Yeah, the BO3 dance was kind of weird. It's like, well, she just died. Are you guys like dancing on her corpse or what? What the hell was that? Been kind of rough, actually. like BO3, I waited years for that game, and I could barely stand to play it. Star Ocean 6, I liked what I played of it, but the port was terrible. The port was horrendous, and I had a lot of patience with it. I fought with it for hours. The port was just terrible. I just uninstalled it. Like, yeah, this is not worth my time. I could not eat out for a couple days and make that money back. I'm not concerned about the money. It's just sucks when you actually are enjoying something, but the tech issues just suck the fun out of it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Anyway, let me go ahead and take my meds. Maybe have a little bit of a snack, and then maybe I'll come back and play some other stuff. See ya.